Hello, so in this video I will show you an alternative method to program, specifically to use to type and edit text for programming in particular, and I will show you this using this software which is called Dasher and is made to type only using your mouse in a more or less fast way. And so why would you be interested in this video? You would be interested in this video if you are a fan of a customizable workflow. So things like Vim, things like, I don't know, Linux with customizable window manager, and you are not able to use your fingers to type to program because you might have repetitive strain injury or some form of tendinitis like me. And also you cannot use your voice because, and this is important, if you are like an RSI newbie and are searching for alternate input methods, I would first recommend to try and use your voice and voice recognition software, which is very advanced. It's very doable to use it to program, and a very customizable and open source option is Talon, which I personally recommend. I've tried using it and I find it very good and very customizable. So having said that, if you also happen to have a voice problem or your particular situations doesn't let you use voice commands easily, you might turn to an Eyetracker. So an Eyetracker is a thing, a hardware component that you can glue to your screen basically with magnets and use to control your mouse pointer with your eyes. It detects your eyes with infrared or something else, and it basically controls your pointers based on the movement of your iris. So that's an Eyetracker, and you can interface the Eyetracker with again Talon, which I personally use, but there are other softwares to use it on Linux and Windows, or Windows has also other software and also Linux, but Talon is also does mouse control with an Eyetracker. So I will not show you an Eyetracker. I will not use an Eyetracker in this video, even though I do have an Eyetracker and I do use it in conjunction with the thing which I'm going to show you. But I am going to use the touchpad. But just imagine that every time I move the pointer, I could do it with an Eyetracker. So basically, the whole purpose is to type and edit text with your mouse for programming. So if you are still here, then you are interested in this. So there's a disclaimer. This thing I made is based on the Dasher. Dasher is already a software which already exists, and I haven't worked on Dasher or anything. And Dasher lets you, let me demonstrate. Dasher lets you type like this. So it has a training file which you provided, and it bases on this training file to find out like the letters to make available, and you just like play this game-like thing to select the letters you want. So let's say we want to write parse, and as you can see here, I have these events which are parsed, and this is not normal. It should like let me see if I can show you. So there you go. So now if you look up here, you'll see the output of parser. So this is how you can be overridden. See, as you can see, this is Dasher, and Dasher comes like this out of the box, and it's wonderful to use with conventional programs. And also, since there are provided training files for programming, there might be other techniques which people have used to program using Dasher. What I do here is try to integrate Dasher as well as I can with Vim. So I'm not going to explain how Vim works, kind of assume that the target audience basically uses Vim, but if you don't, then just know that I will make a demonstration. I will try to explain all the Vim commands that I use, but like as a gist, Vim has modal commands, so it has multiple modes. And if I am in normal mode, which is anything but normal, every key on my keyboard does something different. So if I press B in normal mode, you can see that I go back, because B stands for back. And if I use E, which stands for and, I go forward. So what I'm doing is to try and integrate Dasher with Vim movements to quickly edit text, which is perfect for programming. And if I want to write something in Vim, I have to press I in normal mode, which goes to insert mode. So that's all I'm going to explain in Vim. There's also command mode, which does commands. But I will try to, if you are interested in using this approach to programming, then you might have to learn Vim first. So, yeah, as I was saying, also, disclaimer, yes, this is a very customizable workflow, and it's meant to be. So you're going to see all of the personal key bindings that I use with Vim, which is a problem because I also wrote this to work with my systems in mind. So what I'm doing is putting out this video so that if enough people are interested, because their situation is similar to mine, or they need a tool like this, I might contact the Dasher team and ask them if I can extend Dasher with the functionalities I have in my little script, which is just a prototype, and make the whole thing a little bit more packaged, a little bit more usable in different systems. So now, without further ado, let's demonstrate. So first of all, I'm going to so unfortunately there were some technical problems and I need to record this again. So as I was saying, let's at first go to my project, which is my prototype script, and let's start it with Dasher. As you can see, I pipe Dasher output into it. And now let's go to code, remove my previous thing, which was called this. And yes, I'm going to solve an, I don't know, let's actually do something simpler. So test example. And I'm using Haskell, and Haskell uses stack as dependency manager. So there you saw a stack command. And let's open this in Vim. From now on, the keyboard does not exist. So there you go. Let's start with locating the main file in this project, which is done. Well, let's first escape and initiate buffer mode. Now, use the Control P key to find a file, quitting buffer mode. Let's find the main file. As you can see, I'm not really explaining in depth what I do. That's kind of the point. It's just a demonstration. If you're interested, please tell me and I will make more. And I will control to both times. And there is the, yeah, let's get rid of the thing over there. Yes. Okay, so this is a basic Haskell program. Let's go to the end of the file with the Vim command and write the buffer to go there. Now I will change the sum_func function. So let's go, let's use W. Okay, so let's go over to words and let's do that. Let's big C to change until the end of the line, and let's add a space and write solve, which is I don't know why solve. Let's call it parse. So now we have to write the parse function, so I shall escape and then go up with GU. And then A and then big O, which is my leader key to have a paragraph padding thing. And now I shall write parse. And I shall define it with the equal sign, and let's make it equal to a string, which will be just hello, and I'm going to get hello wrong on purpose with hell world hell, which is a concept I'm fairly familiar with. Hell, so I will escape to go in normal mode, and then go back a big word, and then go back a small word, and insert, and I got insert wrong, so let's escape. Let's go to the end of the word, and let's append, quit buffer mode, and put an O there, and then escape once again. So now let's run this. So as you can see, I can also run terminal commands pretty quickly by first writing the file like this, and then opening a terminal like so, and just using the stack run command and buffer write, which writes everything. And there is an error because we haven't printed anything. So let's exit the terminal, and let's big G, and let's actually print this by going back and inserting put string line space, and let's escape out, and let's write the file and use the last terminal command, so it will run again. And as you can see, hello world gets printed out along with all of the compiling thingies. And now I shall just again escape. Alright, so let's now parse lines from start and in and put them in a list, which has every element which corresponds to a line of standard input. So that's 3. Okay, to go up 3, and let's change parse to just parse lines. So I need a big B and a big C, and we're happy with that. And let's just write the lines, yes, which does what I just said basically. And now parse accepts an argument, so let's escape and let's go to the end of the file, and let's go to the file, and write yes, give an argument to parse, so big A to append at the end of the line, space, and just give it the imp argument. I also need to use the $sign to change precedence, so go back twice and insert that's what we need, a $sign. Now escape and go up 3 and go up 3. And now, no, I didn't need to go up 3. I needed to, so let's return to where we were with CO and buffer write. So let's go back once and let's insert a carriage return. Now I will escape and big O to go up and insert a carriage return, and let's declare imp to be equal to the get contents function, which gets a standard in. And now we need to add do, so let's escape, go up once, append, and write do, which gives us access to Monad Magic. Now I will escape again because I think we're done here and see what happens. So as you can see, I refactored the code and it was relatively quick. Let's write the file. Let's execute the last terminal command, and there you go. Let's see, I get an error. Let's go up and go down a bit, and there you go. So it's expecting a string, but it wants, no, well, it's expecting a string, but it gets a list. And this is the function. Let's go down with Control D. Put string. Oh yeah, we need to exit this. This is getting weird. Let's exit. I guess it's not working. All right. Yeah, I guess I was withholding. So let's return to main with Control P, buffer, quit main, and control. Okay, control. Again with that thing. I need to like make it so that it does not. All right, and now let's enter this, and yeah, we were saying that we need to correct that, so let's go to the end of the file, and let's go to the first word, and change it to print. Okay, yes, I have trouble understanding the alphabet sometimes. Print and then buffer right. Alright, so now I escape and I write and I execute the last terminal command, and there you go. It's waiting for input, so let's give it itself as input along with description, because why not? And let's again control this thing here and buffer right. Alright, and let's give it the Control D sequence to signal standard input end, and as you can see, it parsed everything. So this is the end of the demonstration. I guess I will also like demonstrate interaction with, because I've been interacting with Vim this whole time, but I can also interact with anything really. Like I'm going to showcase interacting with the window manager. So if I do this, for instance, meta2 goes to the second workspace, which I can use to search things like, I don't know, let's open Google, which I do a lot, as you can see. And there you go, I have Google access. Let's search for from list, yeah, why not? So as you can see, I also use the browser quite a lot, and yeah, it's really very customizable if you use the right tools, that is. So yeah, this is the end of the demonstration. Again, if you are interested in knowing how this works on a more, or if you're interested like in obtaining a version of this which works for you in your system, and you want me to work on it, let me know by liking the video, and I guess that's it.